admit na meet me. ಯಾರಿಗ admit?
No. Okay, students, some disturbance will happen due to power cut. We haven't lost. Delta L value is equal to 2 by 100 divided by 0.5. Or from this, delta L by L is equal to 2 by 100 divided by 0.5. So 0.5 is 1 by 2. Reversing this one, that one that is 2 by 1. That is delta L by L is equal to 4 by 100. But what they are asking, percentage increase in elongation. So then delta L by L percentage is equal to 4%. Okay, so which option is correct for question number 21? For question number 21, fourth option is correct. Okay. Next, question number 22. A rod of uniform cross-sectional area capital A and length capital L has a weight W. So it is suspended vertically from a fixed rigid support. Young's modulus of rod is Y. Then elongation produces the rod. How much elongation will be produced? See. So this is one rigid support. This is one rod. One rod is suspended from a rigid support. What is the length of this rod is? Total length is L. Its weight is W. Suppose here we have to assume certain weight is attached at the frame. But total length is L. But from the fixed end to at what distance center of the mass is located at what distance? So L by 2 distance. So the effective weight or the effective force. The effective force is acting at where? At the center of mass location. Okay. But find the elongation. So some load is attached. What happens? Its length increase. What is the change in length? How much elongation will be produced in the rod? So we want to find elongation. So you know that Young's modulus Y is equal to FL by A into delta L. Next here we want delta L is equal to FL by A into Y. Or delta L is equal to when F is force applied. Force applied will be equal to its weight. What is the weight? The F is equal to W. L. At what distance from the fixed end center of mass is located? L by 2. So L is equal to L by 2 divided by area of cross section Young's modulus is Y. That they have given in the question. Then delta L is equal to WL by 2 into L. So this is elongation produced in the rod. So which option is correct for question number 22nd? Second option is correct. Second option is correct. Next, question number 23rd. A steel plate of face area 1 cm square and thickness 4 cm is fixed rigidly at the lower surface. A tangential force F equal to 10 kN is applied. This is a steel plate. One end is where it is fixed. This wire end is fixed. Next, some tangential force. So like that. Here some tangential force is applied. How much force is applied? F. What happens? Its edges are displaced. Its edges are displaced. Displacement already given. Okay. Tangent force 10 kN is applied on the upper surface as shown in figure like that. The lateral displacement x of upper surface with respect to lower surface is. So what is the lateral displacement here? X. We want to find the lateral. So its sides are displaced by how much? What is the lateral displacement? Okay. Next, modulus of rigidity for steel is 8 into 10 to the power of 11 Newton per meter square. Okay. So the rigidity modulus. is equal to FL by A into G. Okay, next. X is equal to force. How much force is applied here? 10 kilonewton. 10 kilo means 10 into 10 power 3 Newton. Next, L. What is L here? Thickness is 4 centimeter. So thickness is 4 centimeter means 4 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter by area cross section. What is area cross section? 1 centimeter square. 1 centimeter square means 10 to the power of minus 4 meter square into here relative modulus is given. How much relative modulus first? 8 into 10 to the power of 11. 8 into 10 to the power of 11. So on simplifying this one you will get lateral displacement x. The lateral displacement x is equal to 5 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meter. So which option is correct? This one, second option is correct. This is lateral displacement. Next, 24th question. A rod of length L, smaller, and radius smaller is joined to a rod of length L by 2 and radius R by 2 of same material. 24th question. This is one rod. Next, this rod is joined another rod, but its length is L by 2, radius also L by 2, but this end is connected to one rigid support, attached to rigid support like that. The free end of a small rod, this is free end of small rod, is fixed to rigid base, and the free end of large rod is given a twist of theta degree. So how much this one is twisted? So how much twist is given here? Theta degree. Next, how much twist is produced at the fixed end of a small rod, theta 1, and how much twist is produced at the point of contact to that is theta 2. Okay, next. The twist angle of the joint will be, so this is joint. At the joint, how much twist will be produced? So we want to find theta 2. Here actually the torque acting on both rods is same. Torque remains constant. So torque term is equal to pi s r power 4 by 2l into pi. Pi s r power 4 by 2l into pi. Where pi is twist angle, that is length, r is radius. But in for both rods, here how much twist is produced for longer rod is theta. That means on both rods same torque will be acts. Torque remains same. Torque remains same is how to write as Gauss equation pi s1 r1 power 4 same rod divided by 2l1 into this is pi is equal to twist angle of theta 1, that is equal pi s r2 power 4 by 2l2 into theta 2. On both sides pi s 2 gets cancelled. Remaining r1 power 4 by l1 into theta 1 is equal to r2 power 4 by l2 into theta 2. Next, r1 is the radius of first rod. Here the radius of first rod is r. r1 is equal to r power 4. l1 is equal to l. Theta 1. How much twist is produced? That is at the theta. That is theta 1. That is equal r2. What is the radius of second rod is r2 equal to r by 2 whole power 4 by l2. What is the length of second rod is l by 2 into theta 2. Okay. R power 4 by l into theta 1 is equal to r power 4 by 2 power 4 16 divided by l by 2 into theta 2. R power 4 denominator l gets cancelled. Remaining left hand side theta 1 is equal to 8 theta 2 by 8. Theta 1 equal to theta 2 by 8. But we know that from this diagram the total how much the twist is produced at the free end of a last rod theta. So theta equal actually theta 1 plus theta 2. So theta is equal to theta 1 plus theta 2. theta equal to theta 1. Theta 1 is equal to theta 2 by 8 plus theta 2. Theta equal to theta 2, 8 is LCM plus 8 theta 2 divided by 8. Theta is equal to 9 theta 2 by 8. Theta 2 is equal to, we want to twist of the giant. What is the twist of the giant is theta 2. So theta 2 is equal to 8 theta by 9. So this is twist of the giant. So which option is correct for question number 24? Question number 24, fourth option is correct. Next, question number 25. The Young's modulus of the metal of wire is 2 in 10 to the power of 10 Newton per meter square. If the elongation strain is 1%, then the energy stored in the wire per unit volume is joule per meter cube. Okay, how much energy stored in the wire per unit volume? Okay, next, Young's modulus is given, but we know that energy stored per unit volume energy stored per unit volume U is equal to half Y into strain square in terms of strain and Young's modulus. Here strain means strain is equal to the ratio of change in length to initial length. The strain is given. How much is given strain? 25%. Elongation strain is 1%. So here delta L by L is equal to 1%. Delta L by L is equal to 1 by 100. Okay. Next, energy U is equal to half into Young's modulus. What is the value of Young's modulus of wire? 2 into 10 to the power of 10, 2 into 10 to the power of 10 into delta L by L. What is delta L by L is 1 by 100 square. Then we will get cancelled. U is equal to 10 to the power of 10 into 1 by 100. 100 how many is 1? 10 square. 1 by 10 square whole square, 1 by 10 to the power of 4. U is equal to 10 to the power of 4, take across numerator minus 4. 10 minus 4, 6. 10 to the power of 6 joule per meter cube. So, which option is correct for question number 25? First option is correct. Next, question number 26. The compressibility of water. The compressibility of water is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter square per Newton. If it is subject to a pressure of 15 megapascal, the fractional decrease in volume will be. Here compressibility C is equal to the reciprocal of bulk modulus K. But here what are given? Compressibility given. Next, applied pressure given, but what is the fractional decrease in volume? Here 1 by K is equal to, here 1 by K is equal to minus delta V by V into P. V into P. Here compressibility given, but we want to find decrease in volume. Fractional decrease in volume. Okay. See what the compressibility C is equal to 5 into 10 to the power of minus 10, that is equal to minus delta V by V, delta V by V into 1 by P, 1 by P. Pressure, what is the pressure is? If it is subject to a pressure of 15 megapascal. So 15 into 10 to the power of 6. Okay. So then from this, delta V by V minus delta V by V is equal to, this one take out left hand, 5 into 15 into minus 12 plus 6, 10 to the power of minus 6. And simplifying this one, minus delta V by V is equal to, minus delta V by V equal to 75 into 10 to the power of minus 6, or minus delta V by V equal to 7.5 into 10 to the power of minus 5. Here compressibility of water is not minus 12, it is minus 10 only. Then minus 10 plus 6 minus 4. minus 3. So which option is correct here? Third option is correct. For 26%, third option is correct. Next, 27. The upper end of a wire of radius 4 millimeter and length 100 centimeter is clamped and its other end is twisted through an angle of 30 degree. The angle of shear is, what is the angle of shear? Here angle of shear phi is equal to 27. Here angle of shear phi is equal to r theta by L. Phi is equal to r is radius. What is the radius of r is equal to 4 millimeter. That is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter into theta. How much angle here? Twisted through 30 degree divided by what is the length? 100 centimeter. 100 centimeter means 1 meter. So then phi is equal to, how much is one? 4 into 30, 120 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Phi is equal to 0.1. So which option is correct here for question number 27? Second option is correct. Next, 28. A uniform steel wire of density. What is the density of wire? 28. D is equal 7,800. 7,800 kg per meter cube. B is 2.5 meter long. Length L is equal to 2.5 meter. And weight applied. How much weight is applied here? 15.6 into 10 power of minus 3 kg. Okay, that is M is equal to 15.6 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. It extends by 1.25 millimeter. That is change in length is given. So the change in length L is equal to 1.25 millimeter. When loaded by 8 kg. Calculate the Young's modulus of elasticity for steel. Here as for Young's modulus y is equal to Fl by A into delta L. Here therefore force F is equal to mg. L is given. Area cross section unknown. But here density is given. But generally density D is equal to mass by volume. Here volume is equal to mass by density. But generally how can this one volume is equal to area cross section to length, that is equal to m by d. Or A is equal to m by L into d. So first find the area cross section. Here mass is given, this one. Next length is given, density is given. So first we have to find the area cross section. So then after that area cross section A and force after F, initial length and change in length. Substitute in this equation, you will get Young's modulus. Okay. So then Young's modulus y is equal to F. What is F here? F equal to mg. What is the load is? Load is given. How much load is applied? 8 kg. F equal to 8 into kg. G value 9.8 into L value 2.5 divided by area cross section from this equation m by L into delta L value 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter. 1.25 to 10 to the power of minus 3 meter. So you substitute m by L value and you will get Young's modulus. Okay. After simplifying this one, you will get Young's modulus y is equal to 1.96. 1.96 into 10 to the power of 11 Newton per meter square. So which option is correct for question number 28? First option is correct. Next question, 29. The volume of a solid rubber ball, when it is carried from the surface to the bottom of a 200 meter deep lake, decreases by 0.1%. The value of bulk modulus of elasticity for rubber will be. Here bulk For bulk modulus B is equal to minus delta P into V by delta V. Okay. So here V by delta V. Delta V by V given. What is delta V by V? Delta V by V is a decrease in volume. Here actually the ball is taken to certain liquid through certain depth. So what happens here? Volume decreases. How much percentage volume of a ball decreases? 0.1%. Delta V by V equal to 0.1%. Or that is equal to 1 by 100. 0.1 by 100. Okay. Next, bulk modulus B is equal to minus delta P. First we have to find the pressure. Pressure also not given. Pressure P is equal to HBC. Then delta P equal to H. So up to what depth ball is taken into a well, H is equal to 200 meter. Next, H is equal to 200. Density 10 power of 3 kg per meter cube water. G value 10. So find delta P. So then delta P is equal to how much given? That is equal to 1, 2, 3. 2 into 10 to the power of 6. 2 into 10 to the power of 6 Pascal. That is pressure. Next, bulk modulus B is equal to minus or decrease in volume. Decrease in volume means this will be taken as negative. So here minus into minus what happens here plus. Here pressure is 2 into 10 to the power of 6. Delta P, V by delta V. Here delta V by V 0.1 by 100. V by delta V 100 by 0.1. Okay. So then V is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 8 divided by 0.1. How that is 1? 10 to the power of minus 1. Then V is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton per meter square. 2 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton per meter square, or even in Pascal also used. No problem. So then answer. First option is correct. For question number 29, first option is correct. Next. Question number 30. The length and radius of two wires of same material are respectively L and 2L and 2R and capital R. Equal weights are applied on them. If the elongations produced in them are small L1 and L2 respectively, then the ratio will be, what is the elongations ratio, L1 and L2. So for question number 30, Young's smallest y is equal to FL by A into delta L. Okay, where F is force applied, L is initial length, A area of cross section, delta is change in length. Here initial lengths are given, initial radius given. So then how write this one in terms of radius? Y equal to FL by A is equal to pi r square into delta L. Pi r square into delta L. Okay, next. Equal weights are applied. Equal weights are applied means same force is applied. Here both wires are made same material means Young's modulus same. Okay. Next, how that is one pi is constant. So L by r square into delta L is equal to constant. Or from this delta L is equal to L by r square. Delta L is change in length. So delta L is equal to L by r square, where L is initial length, r is the radius. But here the change in length of first wire delta L1 is equal to what has given L1. The change in length of second wire is given L2. What the initial length of first wire L1 is equal to capital L1. Next, the length of second wire, not L1, L. The length of second wire L2 is equal to 2L. Next, radius of first wire R1 is equal to 2R, and R2 is equal to second wire radius R2 is equal to capital. But what is the ratio of change in length of both wires? Okay. So then how to get from this equation L1 by L2, where L1 by L2 indicates the ratio of change in length. L1 by L2 is equal to from this equation L1 by R1 square into R2 square by L2. Okay. L1 by L2 is equal L1. What is L1 is equal here? L by R1. What is R1 is equal equal to 2r square, that is 4r square into r2. What is r2 here? R square divided by L2. What is L2 here? 2L. L cancel, r square cancel. L1 by L2 is equal to 1 by 8. So what is the ratio? L1 is to L2 is equal 1 is to 8. So which option is correct for this question? Last option. Fourth option is correct. Next, 31st question. Heat given by a system is 35 joules and work done by the system is 15 joule. The change in internal energy of the system will be according to first law thermodynamics. According to first law thermodynamics, delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. Delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. Next, what they are asking, find the change in internal energy. So where delta U change in internal energy. So delta U is equal to what is one? Delta Q minus delta W. Okay. Delta U is equal, how much heat is supplied to a system? 35 joules. Delta Q 35 minus how much work is done? 15 joule. 35 minus 15, 20. So the change in internal energy 20 joule. So which option is correct for this question? Second option is correct. Second option is correct. Okay. Next, 32. Where Kepler is universal gas constant, the amount of heat needed to raise the temperature of 2 moles of an ideal monatomic gas from 273 Kelvin to 373 Kelvin. When no work is done. Here Kepler is gas constant. Now how much amount of heat required? Here how many moles are given? 32. Number of moles N is equal to. Okay. Next, monatomic gas. Okay. Next, heated from where to where? 273 to 373 Kelvin. No work is done. Okay. So but how much heat energy is required? Okay. So far from this, from first law of thermodynamics, delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. Here no work is done. No work is done means your work done is not equals delta W equal to 0. Then delta Q is equal to delta U. Delta Q is equal to delta U. Next, in the same question, no work is done means the process is which process? Isochoric process. Okay. In isochoric process, amount of heat delta Q is equal to NCV into delta T. Here what is CV? Specific heat of a gas at constant volume. Okay. Specific heat of a gas at constant volume for which gas is given? Monatomic gas. In terms of degrees of freedom, CV is equal to F by T into R. Then delta Q is equal to N into CV. CV is equal to F by T into R into delta T. This is the amount of heat required. Then delta Q is equal to N number of moles to for monatomic gas. For monatomic gas, number of degrees of freedom 3. 3 by 2 into R into delta T. What is the change in temperature? The temperature of monatomic gas increases from 273 Kelvin to 373. That is change in temperature 373 minus 270. Okay. Where 2 gets cancelled. Then delta Q is equal 3R into 373 minus 273, 100. That is equal to 300 R. Okay. So delta Q value 300 R. So 32%. Which option is correct? Third option is correct. So third option is correct. Next, 33%. The specific heat of hydrogen gas at constant pressure Cp is equal to, what is Cp is equal to 3.4 into 10 to the power of 3 calorie per kg degree Celsius. And at constant volume CV, what is CV value? 2.4 into 10 to the power of 3 calorie per kg degree Celsius. If 1 kilogram hydrogen gas, what is mass H is equal to 1 kilogram. Which gas? Hydrogen gas is heated from 10 to 20 degrees Celsius at constant pressure. The external work done on the gas to maintain it at constant pressure. To maintain it at constant pressure. Again, from first law of thermodynamics, delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. But what they are asking, find the work done. Delta W is equal to delta Q minus delta U. So first the gas is heated where? At constant pressure. At constant pressure, what happens here? Amount of heat it is utilized to increase the internal energy and also to do some work. But at constant volume only, the amount of heat energy given to the system is completely utilized to only increase the internal energy. No work is done. So therefore, delta W is equal to delta Q is equal to delta Q is equal to what is this one? M into Cp into delta T minus delta U is equal to M Cv into delta T from the definition of specific heat. Then delta W is equal to M into delta T common remaining Cp minus Cv. Then delta W is equal to what is M here? 1. Delta T, what is change in temperature? The temperature of the gas increases from where to where? 10 to 20. Difference is 20 minus 10, 10 into Cp. 3.4 into 10 to the power of 3 minus Cv. 2.4 into 10 to the power of 3. Once simplify this one, you will get delta W. Delta W is equal to 10 to the power of 4 calories. Next, what is which option? Second option is correct. First 32nd question. 33. Second option is correct. Next, 34. First law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics is special case of law of conservation of energy. Why? Because at the amount of see from this equation, this is mathematics from first law of thermodynamics. So the amount of heat is given. A part of heat, it is utilized to increase internal energy, and remaining part to some work. So the total energy remains constant. So it leads to law of conservation of energy. So which option is correct? To second option is correct. First 34, second option is correct. Next 35. Up to here visible, sir? Sir, up to here visible?
So you get the line up to this end.
Okay. Next, question number 35. In an isothermal reversible expansion, if the volume of 96 gram of oxygen at 27 degrees Celsius is increased from 70 liters to 140 liters, then the work done by the gas will be. So the process, which process? Isothermal process. We know that isothermal process, work done by gas W is equal to nRT log V2 by V1 base E, or W is equal to base E equal to 2.3 nRT into log V2 by V1 base 10. Okay. Or W is equal to 2.3 into number of moles not given. Here mole number of mass of a gas in grams divided by its molecular weight into RT log of V2 by V1 base 10. Or W is equal to 2.3 into M, small m. What is the mass of gas in grams? How much given? 96 grams divided by M. What is M here? Molecular weight. Which gas is given here? Oxygen. For oxygen molecular weight is 32 into R. Capital R value. Here capital R value not given. Capital R value is not given. So into capital R into T. So it's not given. If you take 8.3, no problem. Next, temperature. What the temperature of oxygen at what temperature? 27 degrees Celsius. But Celsius given. But this value is converted into Kelvin. 27 plus 73, 300 into 300. Log V2. V2 is the final volume. Here volume increase from weight to 70 liters to 140 liters. So here final volume is 140. Initial volume is 70. Okay. 70 to the 140. And simplifying this one, W is equal. W is equal to 2.3 into 900 log 2 base 10. Log 2 base 10. So which option is correct? Last option is correct. Fourth option is correct. Next, 46. When an ideal gas in a cylinder was compressed isothermally by a piston, the work done on the gas was found to be. How much work is done? The work done on the gas was found to be, work done also given 1.5 into 10 to the power 4 joules. During this process, about which option is correct? So from first law of thermodynamics, delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. Here work done. Here work done on the gas. Work done on the gas means work done is negative. Okay. Next, compressed isothermal process. Isothermal means which one is constant to temperature constant. Temperature constant means what is the change in internal energy? 0. So for change in internal energy in isothermal process, delta E equal to 0. And work done is given. So work done on the system. Work done on the system is negative. So delta W is equal to how much work is done on the system? 1.5 into 10 to the power of 4 joules. But done on the system negative. Okay. Next, substitute this one. Delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. What delta U? 0. Delta W minus 1.5 into 10 to the power of 4 joule. This one converts into calories. Delta Q equal to minus 1.5 into 10 to the power of 4 divided by 4.18 calorie. So then delta Q is equal to minus 3.6 into 10 to the power of 3 calories. So where delta Q is equal to minus 3.6 into 10 to the power of 3 calories means negative sign indicates certain amount of heat. Certain amount of heat rejected by system. That is certain amount of heat is withdrawn from the system. That is negative sign minimum. So out of 4 options, which option is correct? First option say 3.6 into 10 to the power of 3 calories of heat flowed out from the gas. Second option 3.6 into 10 to the power of 3 calories of heat flowed into the gas. Third one 1.5 into 10 to the power of 4 calories of heat flowed into the gas. Last one is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 4 calories of heat flowed out from the gas. But here how much value again? Minus 3.6 into 10 to the power of 3 means certain amount of heat flowed out of the gas, out of the system. So which option is correct? First one is correct. So first option is correct. For question number 36. Okay, next. Question number 37. A monatomic gas. For monatomic gas, gamma value is given. The ratio of 2 specific rates is given. Whether gamma is equal to 5/3. He is suddenly compressed to 1/8 of its original volume adiabatically. So what is the original volume? Suppose V1 is equal to V. But this gas is compressed adiabatically. That is V2 is equal. So the gas is compressed adiabatically to up to what? Its volume becomes 1/8 of its initial volume. So V2 is equal to V/8. V equal to V/8. Next, then the pressure of the gas will change to what is the pressure? Okay, let's see. So in adiabatic process, what is bulk of P for gamma is equal to constant. Here P for gamma equal to constant, or P1 for gamma is whole power of gamma. P1 unknown, E2 also unknown. That equal to V2. It equal to V by 8. What is V1 equal to? V. 4 power of gamma. Gamma value is how much same? Given 5 by 3. Okay, next. Now, P1 by Pt is equal to P1 by Pt is equal. Here V gets cancelled. Remain 1 by 8, 4 power of 5 by 3. P1 by Pt is equal 1 by 8, rotate this one, 1 by 2 cube, 4 power of 5 by 3. P1 by Pt is equal 1 by 2 cube, 4 power of 5 by 3, 3 gets cancelled. Then P1 by Pt is equal 1 by 2 power of 5. 2 power of 5 means 32. P2 is equal to 32 P1. 32 P1. So what happens? Final pressure becomes 32 times its initial pressure. So therefore, which option is correct for question number 37? Last option. Fourth option is correct. Next, question number 38. 2 moles of an ideal monatomic gas at 27 degrees Celsius occupies a volume of V. If the gas is expanded adiabatically to the volume 2V, then the work done by the gas will be, what is the work done by the gas? So in the process, which process is adiabatic? So what is the formula for our work done in adiabatic process? W is equal to NR into T1 minus T2 by gamma minus 1. Or this equation can be written as W is equal to NR T1 by gamma minus 1. The T1 common remaining 1 minus T2 by T1. Our work done W is equal to N or T1 by gamma minus 1 into 1 minus T2 by T1. So in adiabatic process, what is the relation between volume and temperature? TV power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. So TV power gamma minus 1 is the relation between temperature and volume inversely proportional. So by T2 by T1. T2 by T1 is equal to, how write this one? V1 by V2 whole power of gamma minus 1. Okay. Then W is equal to, now substitute the respective values. N is how many moles? 2 moles into R value is given 8.P1. Next, temperature. What is the temperature of gas? Monatomic gas 27 degrees Celsius. In Kelvin, 27 plus 273, 300 by gamma. What is the value of gamma? Which gas is given? Monatomic gas. For monatomic gas, what is the value of gamma? 5 by 3 minus 1 into 1 minus V1 by V. What is the volume? Initial volume is V. Initial volume is V. What is the final volume is? 2V. 4 power of gamma 5 by 3 minus 1. Okay. And simplifying this one, you will get work done. Here work done W is equal to 23 joules. So which option is correct? Second option is correct. For 38. Next. 39. 2 kg of water is converted into steam by boiling at atmospheric pressure. The volume changes from 2 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube to 3.34 meter cube. Then work done by the system is about how much work is done. So general formula work done equal to 39. Work done is equal to P into delta V. Then work done W is equal to, what is the pressure? Pressure is atmospheric pressure. So one atmospheric pressure is equal to how many pascals here? 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. change in volume. What is change in volume? The volume changes from 2 into 10 power of minus 3 meter cube to 3.34 meter cube. So change means final volume minus initial. See what is the final volume is 3.34 minus initial volume 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So then work done is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power of 5 into 3.34 minus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 can be as 0.002. Okay. On simplifying this one, you will get work done. Work done W is equal to, here W is equal to 340 kilojoules. So therefore, which option is correct? Fourth option is correct. 39. Next, question number 40. An ideal heat engine exhausting heat at 77 degrees Celsius is to have 30% efficiency. It must take heat at here exhausting heat means how much heat energy is rejected to the sink is given. Efficiency also given. But what is the temperature of source? We want to find the temperature of source. So we know that what is the formula for efficiency is equal to 1 minus T2 by T1. T is given. What is the T value? 77 degrees Celsius. 77 plus 273. Then T2 is equal to 350 Kelvin. 350 Kelvin. Efficiency is given. What is the efficiency value? 30%. Here the 30% means 30 by 100. That equal to 1 minus 350 by T1. Or 350 by T1 is equal to, this one 10 goes left hand, that is equal to 1 minus 30 by 100. Or 350 by T1 is equal to 100 minus 30, 70 by 100. Okay. Next, 0 gets cancelled. Cross multiplication. T1 is equal to 3500 divided by 7. Then T1 is equal to 500. T1 equal to 500 Kelvin. Okay. But the given option in Celsius degree. Then T1 is equal to 500 minus 273. So that is equal to approximately 227 degrees Celsius. That is answer. So that is the temperature of source. So which option is correct for 40 into 27 degrees Celsius? Second option is correct. Next, 41. Efficiency of Carnot engine is 50%. When the temperature of outlet is sink 500 Kelvin. In order to increase the efficiency up to 60%, keeping temperature of intake is source temperature remains same. What is the temperature of outlet? Okay, see two different cases are given. In first case, efficiency is equal to 1 minus T2 by T1. What is the efficiency first case? Equal to 50%. 50% means 50 by 100. That equal to 1 minus T2. T2 is temperature of outlet, sink temperature. What is sink temperature is 500 Kelvin. 500. First find the source temperature. Okay. So then minus 500 by T1 take what's left hand. 500 by T1 is equal to 1 minus 50 by 100. 500 by T1 is equal to 100 minus 50. 50 by 100. 52 then T1 is equal to 1000 Kelvin. That is the temperature of source is 1000 Kelvin. Okay. Here in the given statement, the temperature of source remains constant, but here we want to increase the efficiency. We want to increase the efficiency to up to what? 60%. Then what is the temperature of sink? Okay. Next second case, eta dash is equal to 1 minus T2 dash by T1 dash. Eta dash 60% means 60 by 100. That equal to 1 minus T2 dash unknown by T1 dash remains same. What is T1 dash equal to T? T equal to 1000. Okay. Next minus T2 sorry minus T2 dash by 1000 take to left hand. T2 dash by 1000 that is equal 1 minus 60 by 100 or T2 dash by 1000 is equal 100 minus 60 40 by 100. Okay, where 0 gets cancelled. Cross multiplication. T2 dash is equal to T2 dash is equal to 4000 by 10. 0 gets cancelled. Then T2 dash is equal to 400 Kelvin. So which option is correct? You know, for 41%. Second option is correct. Next, 42. In Carnot cycle reversible of a gas, they are presented by pressure volume curve is as shown in the diagram. Consider the following statements. See, 42. Graph equation. Here volume along x-axis and pressure along y-axis. This is a cyclic process like that. A, B, C and D. But the curve traces along which direction? Clockwise direction. Okay. Which statement is correct? First statement C. Area of ABCD is equal to work done on the gas. Here the PV diagram, indicated diagram traces along which path to clockwise direction. So the PV diagram traces clockwise direction. Work done is positive. Work done is positive means work is done by the system. While if the PV diagram traces in anti-clockwise direction, work done is negative. Work done negative means work is done on the system. So first statement is wrong. What have you first statement to area of ABC is equal to work done on the gas. So first statement is wrong. Next, second statement. Area of ABC is equal to net heat absorbed. This one is correct. The area of ABCD which is equal to net heat absorbed. Why? Because when the system absorbs certain amount of heat, what happens? The system produces some work. That work is done by the system. So why? Because this one traces in clockwise direction. Some work is done by the system is certain amount of heat absorbed from the surrounding. So second statement is correct. Next, third one see. Change in the internal energy in cycle 0. Why? Because this is which one in this one cyclic process. In cyclic process, what is change in internal energy? 0. So third option also correct. So out of these three, second option, second statement to third statements, not option. Second statement and third statements are correct. So which option is correct here? Third option is correct. So 42 question, third option is correct. Next, 43. Heat energy absorbed by a system is going through a cyclic process shown in the figure. Next, volume, this is 10, this is 30. How much heat energy absorbed by the system? So generally, heat energy absorbed or work done will be equal to area enclosed by the PV diagram. Okay. So how to find work done? So here work done is equal to area enclosed PV diagram. The PV diagram is the form of circular shape. What is the area of circle? Pi r square. So therefore, heat energy absorbed Q is equal to pi r square. Pi into r square. Or Q is equal to pi into r, radius. What happens radius here? Diameter 30 minus 10, 20. Here also 30 minus 10, 20. So then what happens? Diameter 20. So radius is 20 by 2. That is So for 43, third option is correct. Next 44. 4 moles of a gas have speeds 1, 2, 3 and 4 kilometers. 4 kilometers per second. The value of root mean square speed of the gas molecules. Here, their 4 molecules are given. Their individual speeds are given. But here, what is the formula for RMS speed? RMS is equal to square root of V1 square plus V2 square plus V3 square plus V4 square, 4 molecules divided by 4. How many molecules? 4. Then VRMS is equal to square root of V1. What is the value of V1? 1 square, V2 2 square, V3 3 square, V4 4 square divided by number of molecules 4. Then VRMS is equal to square root of 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16 divided by 4. Or VRMS is equal to square root of 20, 29, 30, 30 by 4, 2 15s, 2 2s. Then VRMS is equal to square root of 15 by 2. So which option is correct for this one? 50, square root of 15 by 2. Fourth option is correct. Square root of 15 by 2 kilometer per second. Okay. Next, last question. 45. If a gas has F degrees of freedom, the ratio Cp by Cv of the gas is, what is the ratio of Cp by Cv? The ratio of Cp by Cv is equal to gamma. So what is the value of gamma? So generally we know that in terms of degrees of freedom, the specified constant volume Cv is equal to F by R. But Cp minus Cv is equal to R. But find Cp also first. Cp is equal to if Cp is equal to R plus Cv, then Cp is equal to R plus what is the Cv value? F by 2R. F by 2 into R. Then Cp is equal to 2R plus Fr. 2R plus Fr by 2. Or Cp is equal to, no need here, in both capital letters come remaining 1 plus F by 2. 1 plus F by 2 is Cp. But what they are asking, gamma equal to Cp by Cv. And then gamma equal to what is Cp? R into 1 plus F by 2. By what is Cv? F by 2 into R. Where R gets cancelled, reversing this one F by 2. Gamma equal to 2 by F into 1 plus F by 2. Or gamma equal to multiply this one 2 by F, 1 plus 1 into 2 by F, 2 by F plus 2 by F into F by 2. 2 to cancel, F gets cancelled. Then gamma is equal to 1 plus 2 by F. That is gamma. That is Cp by Cv ratio. So which option is correct in the given question? Last option. So fourth option is correct. Okay, so that's all. All 5 questions completed. Okay.